So now guys, JFC here. It is time to talk about buying, selling, holding. What do we do right now? Obviously, as most of you guys know, we start to see these sort of lower rated, expensive cards start to crash very early on in FIFA. And you want to avoid that at all costs, as we're going to talk about today, when that's probably going to be, what cards you want to sell, what cards I think you actually kind of want to hold, possibly. Talk about some investments as well today, and help you guys make as many coins as you possibly can. James Madison came out today. I did complete him and play with him on stream today. If you guys missed that, it's on YouTube. I'll have a video in a couple hours with highlights from the gameplay, so I'll let you guys know how James Madison was then. Let's jump over to Footbin to kind of get a better look at what I'm thinking about certain cards that you should sell and what you should hold. So let's just start off right off the bat. When can we expect the crash to happen on these lower rated cards? Cards like Koundé, 120,000 coins, 85 rated. Danjuma, 81, he's 13k. Kolomuani, 84, 36,000 coins. When do you need to sell these cards by? Well, the trend usually is this. Right now, obviously, the full game isn't even out yet, technically. The full game comes out next weekend. Thursday night going into Friday of next weekend. Usually around that time, that is when we sort of see the market kind of peak at the highest point for most of the cards of the entire year. There'll be some that are not peaked at this point. We'll talk about those cards here in the hold category, but the sell category, the cards like Varane, Ansu Fati, Moussa Diaby, etc. These cards peak at about that time, right? To me, we can kind of expect a very similar trend to that, which means you'd want to be out of them probably by Tuesday or Wednesday. That's probably when you can get the peak value for them around that time within those couple days. Now, what I will say that is different this year, obviously, is we're getting a ton of supply earlier, right? 45k packs are out, and this is obviously they expire in 14 hours. We're getting new ones every day, obviously. 175k packs, that's untradeable, but the tradable supply here, 25k, 45k packs, that does change some things, right? You're gonna see some more supply added on from there. So maybe the cards are more peaking in price right now. We start to see some, say 50k packs come out on like Thursday or something like that, that's gonna cause a crash on cards like Diaby and Tonali, Rafinha, right? Those kinds of cards would see a big drop in price, or at least a pretty decent sized drop in price. So for me, if you want to get the absolute maximum value out of your lower rated expensive cards, someone like Koundé, 85 rated, 120,000 coins, or 130k basically now, I think you could probably hold till like Tuesday or Wednesday and then sell them. I think that's going to be the best move. Because before we get into the hold section here, let's talk about what you should do instead of buying a card like Koundé. Basically, the higher rated cards you want on your team, you kind of want that. That will end up saving you the most coins over like the long run. And 88 Osimhen and Diaby are like very similar prices. Osimhen just has a way higher floor because he's 88 rated, right? That's kind of like the deal with the higher ratings. That's kind of why you really want to build a squad around higher rated cards rather than like the lower rated OP cards. I know I say that a lot if you're, watch the channel often, but it's just true. I always want to remind people. Cards in the hold category right now, for me, Erling Haaland, he's 464 right now. He's only really risen all year. Since the game has really been out, he was at like 360 and he's all the way up now to pretty much 460, right? Yeah, so about 100k. These are the kinds of cards that people are getting more and more coins as time goes on. These kinds of cards that are probably over 300, 200k, that are high rated, those tend to do very well over time, at least until right around Black Friday. Those kind of do well. Mbappe is another one, right? And Mbappe, obviously, he's going up so much right now. I'm actually not even sure about Mbappe. 2.7 million for a gold card is a number we haven't seen in a long time, honestly. I think Mbappe's peak last year was like 2.1. So the hold players are almost the kind of like the obvious players, right? You're talking icons, heroes, higher rated gold cards like Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Haaland, right? Those cards tend to do well over time because they're just in that next tier. They're rare, right? Those cards are the ones you want to hold. I think, like, say you managed to have a Haaland that you bought at like 350 when he was there at 360, whatever. Depending on what the market looks like this year, there's a chance that Erling Haaland ends up literally 600k by like the time the full game has been out for a little while. Like, it's actually crazy. Store packs might really, throw a wrench in a lot of this because they really go crazy on store packs. They probably won't rise as much, but it still stands. Even if that happens, these higher rated top tier meta cards will do the best, along with icons and heroes, because they're just rare. It doesn't have to be Mia Hamm or any of these crazy icons or heroes, just any icon or hero if we can find them here, like Prince. These types of cards are just going to do well because of the rarity also. Now, what should you buy? Well, this is, there's a couple things that I really like buying. We talked about this yesterday for like longer term investments. There's a couple things I want to kind of add on to here. I think women's players were very madly undervalued at the start. I still think they are, honestly. Even from when I talked about this yesterday, if you watch a video and you bought like a ton of women's players, of course, even though I said that, I still didn't do it because I'm an idiot. They're up huge already. Like, they're already starting to really rise. Look at Hansen today. Hansen today was 375,000 coins, 542k. I mean, that profit is ridiculous on Hansen. Alexia Putellas was 570 not too long ago. She's 850. Women's cards, some of them are still undervalued. And Putellas maybe not quite as much anymore, because they're sort of like already the most popular women's cards, but there's other women's cards, like Pajor here. Like, these other women's cards, they're just good. People don't know who they are right away, so like they're kind of hesitant to buy them, and their value starts to rise and rise again, I still think a lot of women's cards undervalued. You can definitely buy some. Great for your team because they're probably going to be good in the semi-long term as well. And also we got SBC fodder, and obviously with fodder, it's already risen up a bunch. People in my chat today were like, yeah, bought 86s at 4,000 or 6,000 now, bought 87s at 6,000, they're 9,000. I still honestly think this is a good investment. I think Squad Battles Rewards is coming out very shortly. When you're seeing this video, it might already have been out. That'll add some supply, especially because people, you know, grinded out those objectives. A lot of people played Squad Battles. We're going to see a lot more supply than usual for Squad Battles Rewards hit the market today. Should make lower rated cards drop even further. You know, that James Madison isn't that good, but it still made fodder rise because it's so cheap. I still think, even though you could have bought at like 1,000 or 2 less, you still can buy this. Second a good SBC comes out, like for the first time, they're going up, and they're definitely going up by a decent amount. So that for me is for sure one of the things you can buy. So there's a few things you can actually buy right now. Another thing too involving Squad Battles Rewards we can talk about, you know, a card like Rafael Varane, 85 rated, super, you know, in demand. Let's look at like literally the top 10 of up and popular. Oh, he's literally, yeah, he's in the top 10. I don't think the market is at its peak yet. Obviously, I'm telling you guys to sell on like middle of next week, so obviously I don't think it's at its peak yet. My guess is we could see is a lot of these lower rated cards, because they, you know, theoretically they'll get packed more when they're lower rated, even though we kind of know that that's usually not the case. They'll get packed more often than some other cards, but you tell me you pack an 85 Varane or another 85 rated fodder card the exact same amount? Obviously not. Something's a little bit sketch about that, but a card like Varane could drop to 80,000 coins after rewards, or 83,000, 84,000, and you could be seeing this card closer to 100,000 coins. You know, just random investment that you can make. Lower rated cards, but avoid the evolutions. I'm talking Ansu Fati, Darwin Nunez. These cards are inflated because of the evolution, or the evolution they're attached to, right? You guys kind of know the cards that are like that because, you know, you probably had to pick an evolution yourself and you looked through them. Whereas I'm trying to find like Dan Juma here. I can't find him, but you know, someone like Dan Juma as well, who like obviously is like an evolutions pick. He's inflated because of that. I would avoid those guys, but like everything else, like the Kolomuanis, Varanes, Dembeles, these types of cards, I think you can probably buy tonight and make a quick flip on them. Honestly, if I had to guess, that's possible. Another like short-term investment you can make. And also Team of the Week cards tonight might be not a bad idea, honestly, to start buying some Team of the Week cards, because this is the last real big supply in terms of things that are not paid for, right? You can see like promo packs hit the store, people might buy, but Squad Battles rewards are the only rewards coming out. They'll have Team of the Weeks in them because the next Division Rivals rewards will not have them, and the Weekend League obviously won't have them either. So looking at the last chance right here pretty much to go and get yourself a Team of the Week 1 investment. Karchawi, you know, that card looks incredible, and the fact that women's cards were undervalued, this card was like 120k at one point. I still think 170 is not bad. If she goes down tonight, I would buy it up personally. This card informs are never bad. You know, even Lamptey, 91 pace, shorter players are kind of like, you know, usable somewhat this year because of the fact that the women are in. They kind of like did that on purpose, I feel like. Not a bad time to buy these guys either. Maybe not Doku, maybe stay away from him because you might get like out of the power curve quicker than even a Dybala or Lamptey. I don't know if I want to buy Doku. That could end up biting me in the ass, but I don't know if I'd buy him. I think I'd go for Karchawi or Dybala over him, or even Lamptey. Yeah, actually lots of pretty interesting stuff to think about buying right now. Here today we talked about consumables also that I like for trading. Talked about hunters and shadows, and guess what? They're up again, another like 1,000 coins from even yesterday's video. Like shadows are 3,000. They're what, 2,400 yesterday, I want to say. You can, oh my god, they're 3,400 now. Yeah, 3,400. So another 1,000 coins. I mean, you could have bought yesterday when they were up 1,000, and you still could have made 1,000 coins profit. So what I'm trying to say is I'm the best trader of all time. No, it's really not that hard once you get familiarized with a few things, and I'm here to help you guys out. That's kind of all I care about. I care about making you guys coins as well. Any questions you have, leave a comment down below. I love all of you. 6 feet over soon. Peace.